how did it feel? Do you feel like a kid again when you get back into the nets?
Yeah, I think it's it's definitely a change. Not just playing hockey, but being part of a different organization. I think that's what that kind of makes you feel like a little younger, and you're kind of excited about everything.
Can you've probably been asked this already, but just some of the emotions as you kind of put on the new jersey the first time and got out on the ice with with that on. What did that feel like?
That was weird. I can't hide it. It's something that for 20 years I did the same thing over and over, and now that was a change. So that was a little weird, but get used to it now, and I'm really excited to be here.
Do you have a sense yet as to whether you want to have a lot of work early on, or do you need to build up into it and maybe have a few days off in between each start?
Well, that's going to be the coaching staff decision and how they're going to want to use me. I'm coming here as to help these guys, not to be the guy that's going to carry them. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? But as I'm coming into this organization, we're trying to build something, and then for me, for my game, it's getting games is where I'm going to see where I'm at. I'm really happy about the way I felt. Not happy about the result in the first game, but for me, I haven't played in a long time. It was a decent game for me to be in against a really good team.
So for now, it's
was there any rust? Did it require that first save in order to sort of get back into it? How long did it take you to sort of stop thinking that you're in a new situation?
Probably after the first, after you get scored your first goal, you're like, all right, this is hockey now. It's it's not, the dream's over. You gotta start playing. But I think, it took it a little while. You're just kind of touching, you're not really, you're making saves, but you're not really feeling the puck or feeling the kind of game that's going on in front of you. And after a little while, you get into it, and you get into a situation. There's a 1-goal game. You need to make that big save or whatever, and you start, really enjoying playing the game.
So was it a baptism by fire when that first shot on goal was a partial breakaway?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought it was going to be a shot from the red line. They're going to say, this guy going to shoot from far. He hasn't seen a puck for a while, but it was a breakaway. So it worked out well, I guess, for that one.
What did you hear from people back with the Devils when you finally did sign? What kind of things did you hear from people?
Well, what do you mean by people?
Well, whether it was Lou or former teammates.
All right, okay, that's
sorry,
okay.
we should designate
Yeah,
Devils
exactly.
people, fans people.
I talked to Lou before I came here, and talked to him before I signed. And he was really happy. Like I said, our relationship is something that I care about, and his input is really important. And he's really excited about this opportunity for me, and see where that's going to bring me. And I heard from most of the players. Again, everybody knew that I still have something left, and I wanted to play, and so they're all excited. Nobody understand why it took so long, but the situation came about that it was the best possible team I could go on.
And the fans?
Fans were good, most of them. I know behind my back, I can't tell you, but in front of me, they've been pretty good.
I did want to ask, if you had one of them standing in front of you and they were kind of gave you that, why would you put on another jersey? Just what would you say to them? Because
I don't know. Hopefully it won't happen. I don't know. For me, it's just it has nothing to do with the Devils or anything else. It's about me wanting to do something to finish my career with a big smile on my face.
Did you ever think while you were waiting? Did you ever think that maybe you wouldn't get? Did you ever get worried that it maybe wouldn't happen?
Yeah, for sure. There's weeks, there's days. You don't feel as good. It's like anything. It's like in anybody's life. It's tough sometimes when you expect to get something and you're not getting it. It got a lot easier towards the end because there was a lot more interest from teams calling just to inquire about if I was still willing to go or. And so now you get kind of that week, you're like, all right, maybe something's going to happen. So it made me, stay more focused about getting back, and it finally happened.
And then after Brian Elliott comes back, have you looked far ahead, like what the situation might be?
Yeah, that's something that we'll cross the bridge when it happens. There's a lot of things that could happen between now and then, and even while he's back. So we're again, I didn't force anybody to sign me. They wanted me to be here, and I want to be here also, and so we'll see where that's going to bring us. But that's really in the unknown, And then I was willing to do that, It's not they didn't promise me anything, And So it was just a matter of getting the contract signed and be able to be part of the team.
In these past few days, there's been so many lists of all your stats and records and things, but then there's other ones that you have more wins than the Tampa Bay Lightning have in their history. And does any of this like marvel you at this point when you look back and have a chance to sit back and see what you've done?
Yeah, it's interesting when you see these kind of stats. It is what it is. I can't. I've played for a long time. I guess some organization has been as long as me too, so I don't know, but it's just the way it is.
What else do you think? Maybe you can use an example or anything, but you obviously bring your skills on the ice. But what kind of things in a locker room? You've just been in the game so long. Have you had guys approaching you with any kind of questions or anything?
Yeah, I think it's. I think most of the guys our top scorer wasn't even born when I got drafted. So there's things that we talk about. About players, about teams or life in general, about the way the game is played or whatever. And they've been really good. They're not afraid to ask questions about systems or whatever, the way we play, the way the East plays compared with the West. And I'm asking questions too because I have no clue how they're doing out there. So I got to figure that out quick.
Hey, Mrtin, how does this need to end for you for this to be a success? Whether it's this year, next year, how does this play out for you?
Just be comfortable about leaving the game. That's what I'm looking for. I didn't feel I had that last year. When I played that last game, I really appreciated what the fans how they respond towards me. But in the back of my head this is not the last time I was going to be on the ice, and I'm excited to have this opportunity and. Where that's going to bring me, the future will tell us. But I'm at peace with where I am right now. I'm excited about this challenge, and if it lasts the whole year, if it lasts 2 or 3 months, well, at least I know I was going to give it another little shot, live a different experience that I was always curious about, going somewhere else. So this is where I'm going to be happy with, and I'm excited about my decision.
What's the biggest challenge after such a long layoff coming back?
Well, just getting used to to a new team. I kind of take it like a long injury that I'm coming back and just getting back in the groove of things. But the thing is here, it's like the comfort level with your teammates and your coaching staff that. It's on you, so I got to build that up. That confidence that they have, and these guys playing in front of me. It doesn't matter how good your goalie is if the players in front of you don't play well for you. It's hard to be successful, and so these are all things I'm going to look to build in the next few weeks here, getting that the team chemistry with the team.
And you have no concern that you can play a whole full year at this point. Your stamina level, things like that are all.
Yeah, I'm okay. I was okay. I don't know. Somebody decided I was too old somewhere along the way. That I didn't feel like that. So I'm happy to be back and having another chance to play and play for a really good team.
Thank you.
Thank you. If it works out, they get their goals and everyone's healthy and say too. Are you comfortable with that? This is something you've discussed with them, possibilities of what could happen in the next month or two, or you just signed a contract?
We just signed a contract. We didn't talk about what the future will bring us. Like I said, I can't see what's going to happen. I can't tell you what's going to happen. And Army can do the same thing. He wanted me to be here for now. It's about me of making them realize how important that could be for them. If that doesn't work, well, we'll see what kind of avenue there is. That's when, if it happens. With a lot of ifs. What are you going to do?
I was going to say, it's probably been a long time since you've been in that position of sort of proving yourself on the ice. Do you feel like that, or am I overstating it by saying that?
Oh, no. I think for me, it's not a question of proving, but it's a question of getting my game together and wanted to impress people. No, I've done what I've done in the past, and nobody can take that away from me. But again, you live in the present, so you got to do what you need to do to be successful.
Is there a part of that energizes you in a way?
Oh,
That's
definitely,
different?
definitely. It's different. It keeps you a little more accountable. Put it this way: when you go out there and be a practice, or anything, you just want to do well all the time.